So you might have seen the new Chameleon trailer out there. If not, check it out right now, because this is what we're talking about here. At the time of recording this video, nothing of this trailer has been made yet. We're gonna start from scratch in this video, and I wanted to take you along for the journey of making it. Let's go. Okay, so here's my basic vision. I want this trailer to make people excited for what's ahead and excited for what I'm planning with Chameleon. And I want to showcase everything that we will be doing without actually showing like, hey, we're going to do this, hey, we're going to do that. So every kind of like part of Chameleon I want to be represented in the trailer in some sort of form. But I also want the trailer itself to feel almost like it could be like a proof of concept of living the Chameleon way, in a sense. So I want it to be more than just a showcase of like, hey, this is who we are, this is what we do, but like, this is what life looks like through my lens, through the lens of the Chameleon. So I think in the end I will end up with something that is like almost like a hybrid between like a brand trailer, but also just like the cinematic version of a day in the life of living, like being a part of this company and living like the mindset and the lifestyle of a Chameleon. So next up I would like to look at some reference material to maybe find some inspiration for different things, and write down all the basic scenes and beats that I want to have in there. So I already have like a giant mood board of everything that I kind of like connected with the company and that I felt like was inspiring. So I think I just want to narrow it down specifically for the trailer, because a lot of it is also like graphic design and like very unfeasible. So I'm just gonna go through it and filter it. So here we have like a little overview of just like some things that came to my mind and that I thought about doing. I really like these like more flashy things, these more colorful things. I like also actually showing a little bit of what would be doing, but I also like just this idea of having something more abstract and simpler, because I think it could also give it like a more strong and like curated storytelling, which I think would be really good. And then one thing that I want to move forward with Chameleon is actually celebrating the idea of having fun working and doing your work because you love it and because you enjoy it, because it gives you joy and fun. So now that we have like a little bit of a better idea of like the aesthetics of it and the little visual cues and visual hooks that we could use, I also want to focus a bit more on the storytelling, because I think that's the crucial point. That's why people will watch it. They won't watch it for the flashiness of it, but I want them to watch it for the character and for the idea and for the story. So I think there's a couple of things that I want to actually showcase with the trailer, and one thing that's really important to me is, as I said before, showcase the vibe, showcase the emotion that I want the people to have and to associate with the company. I think that's also the strongest thing you can do with the trailer, is get the people hooked on the emotion of whatever you try to convey. This is a little bit of a different setting, and it's been a few days. And I'm really excited to share with you now kind of like the updated plan, because I think now it's quite close to what I'm going to be, and then I'm going to show you tomorrow also when we're filming it. But yeah, so the plan now is to focus a lot about imagination, as I said before. But saying that, I think it's also nice that I will not show everything. I think the trailer should give you also the space to think about yourself, what you're thinking. I don't know, sometimes you see these videos where they just turn the screen black and then you see yourself. And I think that would be a nice effect. I thought a lot about like different options on how to showcase like these endless opportunities that I want to create with Chameleon, and like these endless different ways of how I think it could be used. And I think that's just impossible. And I don't want to also give it the effect that it's everything and just so big and blah. So I decided to go exactly the opposite route and make it smaller. So it's going to be a lot of like detailed shots and a lot of like interesting looking shots that give kind of like this motivation and excitement and share the story about imagination and positivity and fun. But overall I want it to be a bit more minimalistic, so that it has the opportunity to outgrow itself, if that makes sense. But I have the projector now that I want to use. I got a disco ball, and I got a haze machine to kind of like create all the effects that I need. I also have a TV here at my parents that I can use for like some effects. And I really want to play with these different lighting effects to tell the story of how chameleon can change and adapt to different surroundings, but in itself is always like this playful, positive kind of thing. So I have like this image in mind that I still want to start out with, like just me in full darkness and then like this light coming from behind. I think that's always a cool effect. I have like these nice softbox here. And then I think I can play a lot around with the projector, the TV, and the colored bulbs to really change colors around, so that afterwards you start seeing the change of colors, and I want to play with like those effects to showcase just like a glimpse of how adaptable and how changeable it is, and how our imagination can change the way we think. And then in the end, I wanted to fade to black. The beauty of it is that it's free to our imagination, and I think when I think of imagining something, I always think of closing my eyes. So it's a very simple effect, but I think it can be more effective to just go to black, to just give this feeling, lead with that feeling and these changes of colors and emotions, and then just fade to black to give like a really strong ending. And yeah, that's the plan. We still have a lot to do. The packages arrived, but my dad and I still have to install the disco ball on the ceiling, and we have to test the smoke machine, and I also have like a smoke detector on the ceiling still. So there's still a lot to do in order to try to get the room ready. And then tomorrow the plan is to just film the trailer, and then I still have like a week to cut, to add the overdub and everything. So that's going to be also interesting. I'm going to take you along for the whole journey, but I just wanted to give you like a little update of the plan. I'm really excited for this. Alright, today's the big day of the shoot. I'm really excited. I'm currently sitting at the first shot, and then yeah, we see how it goes from there, I would say. Let's go. I mean, the thing is, I could do all of this with normal lights, but that would take me so out of the atmosphere, so I'm struggling here with a flashlight trying to figure it out, but it's gonna be worth it in the end, I'm sure. Except for that I didn't like any of what I shot, so I cut the entire scene and moved on to the next shot, which was the shot in the beginning, the opener, with kind of like the light turning on behind me. And for that one I got the help of my girlfriend to like help me actually turn on the light, like physically move the switch, because it was a bit hard with the focus and the camera and the switching. So I was really glad that I got an extra pair of hands, an extra pair of brain also, to kind of like help me figure it out. Yeah, and on again. Alright, that's the first shot done. Now we move on to the shot where it's starting to color me in. Well, no, actually not. I want to do the disco ball shot first. I think that could also look really cool. Oh, this looks so much like Stranger Things. I love it. So, now we have the second shot, which is me like kind of like walking underneath the disco ball. We have a quite simple setup. We have a lamp here, and we have the disco ball up there, and the camera there. I will show you. Wait, let me take you along. So, we have the light shining at the disco ball. Here we go. Wait, there we go. Here's the disco ball, there's me. And then we have the camera here. We have it all sitting here to double check. And then with the camera, I would like to walk kind of like through the shot like this, but like a bit more visible. And I want this flashlight to also be pointing at the disco ball, because that's like the sick effect that you then see on camera. So I have to find a way to mount the flashlight, and then it's done. Okay, I tried everything. I need help again. Do you see here when it does the screens? Exactly like this. Just stay like this.
Okay.
It's perfect. Thank you, Amor. That's it. Come here. Come in the behind the scenes. There. Ah. There you are. Second shot done. It looks amazing. I absolutely love it. Now we move on to the projector shots, but I think will be a bit more tricky, but it's gonna be fine. the idea is to just like move through here and see like the changes of color on the skin. You cannot see. There we go. Okay, now for the next shot I want this like magical effect of like the drink changing. So I have all these pictures of drinks here that are being projected onto the cup, and then you can see here how it is on the cup, and I just try to find out what's the best position of everything. So this is the shot. It took forever to build up, but I'm really happy with it now, and yeah, I think it's pretty cool. We have the glass here, or the cup projected from the projector. There's the camera, and then we have some background things, a little Lego car and some drinks, and then in the main light, the aperture, and yeah, pretty cool. So now I'll set up the haze as well, and then we'll get started. Alright, so it is Friday. We have about 24 hours till the trailer drops, and I still have to do the music and the voiceover, but I'm super excited. I just came back home, so now I have the microphone here, all the synths here, so now I can cook something up, and I'm really excited to get started. So let's just dig in. So I think the music for the trailer is going to be quite simple. I want to start out with like this really atmospheric kind of like synth sphere. And then at the shot of the modular, I want to introduce like this synth pad and kind of like this energy. And then once the shot goes to me kind of like moving my face into the camera for the final shot, there I would like to make like a little stop, a little like, yeah, musical pause. Just a little break before then when the logo comes in, that's the next hit. And I think that would be a good one, and then kind of like slowly fading it out towards the end. So yeah, it's basically 2 parts and then a drop in between, 50 seconds. Should be doable in 1 day, but yeah, I'm excited. Alright, it's now 10 p.m. at night. It's been a hell of a day, but I think I finished the music, and I'm quite excited about it. It was rough. I really had struggled, especially in the beginning, to find something I was excited about. But I'm really happy now, and now I just want to record the voiceover. I'm not entirely sure anymore if I need it or if it matches the vibe, but I still want to do it just to have it and just to see it once with it, and then I can still decide if I don't want it later on. Yeah, the trailer will not have voiceover. I absolutely hated it. I'm not going to even show it to you. It was horrible. It works much better with just music, I think. So yeah, that's it. The trailer's done. It was a long day, but I'm happy. It was a beautiful process. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm so excited to get to do more art like this. So yeah, thank you for joining me on this project, and yeah, see you in the next one. Enjoy the final trailer.